I signed the papers and walked out. He handed me my favorite book with a single folded page inside. On the curb outside the building, I opened the old paperback he pressed into my hands and felt the rain cool the edges of the pages. I hadn't planned to look, but curiosity beats dignity sometimes. The single folded page fell into my lap. His handwriting, cramped where he had tried to steady himself, started with 2 words: "I'm sorry." It didn't explain the months of silence, the nights I fell asleep to an empty apartment, or the way our pictures seemed to have been moved a little too carefully into boxes. It explained something else. He wrote he'd been to the doctor last winter. "Early onset," the note said. "I thought if I let you go now, you'd have the life I can't promise. I thought you deserved a clean break more than you deserved pity." The rest were small, practical things. A bank account number, the code to an old email, a promise that he'd pay off a chunk of the mortgage. It read like penance and a math problem. Anger folded into nausea. All those nights he'd been distant. Was he planning to protect me or planning his exit? I wanted to scream at him for deciding for me, for making my choices while I still trusted him. I walked back up the stairs, and the apartment smelled like the ghost of Sunday mornings. The door clicked open before I could knock. He was sitting on the kitchen floor, a bag of takeout between us, eyes swollen like he'd been crying for the whole week. "I couldn't tell you without wrecking you now," he said. "I thought I was sparing you. I was wrong." Halfway through, the tone shifted. He wasn't pleading for pity. He was telling me the truth of his plan. He'd set up a small trust, transferred the title of the motorcycle I'd loved to my name, and this was the twist that punched the air from me. He'd been anonymously sending money to my mother for months because he feared I would refuse help from him. I wanted to walk out again, to keep the armor I'd built. Instead, I sat down, and for the first time all day, we talked like people who had been married rather than like 2 strangers dividing spoils. The letter didn't fix everything. It did, however, force a choice: leave with the righteous wound or stay and try to turn whatever time we had left into something honest.